Do you want to know what is ahead of you in 2024? Preparing for the year ahead. Chinese Zodiac forecast 2024. That's what's coming here. I mean, it is not only the year of the wood dragon. That already would be something, but it's also a change into period 9. So that will be another topic altogether. So let's stay with the wood dragon year for now, shall we? And why this could be a really, really important year for you and for all of us, actually. So it's already past February 4. How was your transition? Well, let me know in the chat. I really would love to hear. So mine, well, mine was rather, I can't say that here. Let's say challenging, complicated. Man, I thought 2022 was tough. And then 2023, I mean, personally, 2022 was really tough for me. And then 2023 was even more challenging. And then the transition, the last 2 months. So the transition started on December 4th, if you're not aware of that. Well, wow, I think there was no silent night this year. At least I couldn't feel it in the Southern Hemisphere, to be honest. So how about you? How did you feel in those last 2 months? Let me hear, because maybe I was the only one struggling. Who knows? And everybody else was fine. Yeah. So how about we leave all of that behind us now and have a look into what is ahead of us, shall we? Let's get started with the dragon, with the Grand Duke. You know, there are only 4 animal signs that have problems in their own year, and the dragon is actually one of them. Well, let's start with this year's Grand Duke, shall we? So for the dragon, opportunities and challenges are everywhere. If you lend a helping hand, you will make the most of it. So it's not just about taking, and this is the theme of the year, by the way, it's give and take. One of the themes, actually. But for the dragon, there is adventure, there's new interests, and there is success. Maybe there is a renewed passion in you. Let's see what this year brings. But definitely, as in wealth, you need financial planning. You can't just start running. Sync with the market trends, maybe. And definitely, and that's not just for the dragon, you will see that as we go through the animals, avoid too many financial risks. This is not a year. It is a year probably for investment and for opportunities. Yes. But please be aware that there are losses to claim this year. That's just what it is. As for the health of the dragon, dynamic activities, that's something for you. So Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever. So what's holding you back, dear dragon? We all know. If it's not prepared 100%, you won't do it. So your main enemy is perfection. Because you love to get everything right before getting started. Plan this, plan that, waiting for the right time. So is constantly waiting for things to be perfect makes you not getting started. Or in other ways, some people call it procrastination. So seriously, perfection is your enemy. So this is your year. The light shines on you, so everything is possible. But still what I said before, don't jump on every opportunity. Make conscious decisions where you want to put your energy and your money. Okay, next one is the snake. Well, the snake will have a mix of highs and lows. There is career success waiting for you and financial gains. Don't forget your joyful connections. And prosperity is there for you. So maybe there's one or the other health concern coming up, and like everybody, financial risks this year. So stay balanced. Definitely stay balanced, dear snake. Prioritize cash flow. That's just not for you only. That's really the theme. Stay clear of risky ventures and stay liquid, guys. Stay liquid. So what's holding you back, dear snake? Well, the problem is that really, because of the stars you have this year, if you allow negativity to become big, you will be afraid of even getting started. Even though you have all the tools, everything's there, but you're afraid of the next step. So keep doing what is comfortable to you is your greatest enemy. Comfort is the greatest enemy for you in 2024. So you're afraid to explore something that is totally new to you. Why, just dip into it. So be inspired by the dragon, and magic will happen this year. The horse. Well, it's a dynamic year, of course. Highs and lows, just like the snake. But what you can do this year, especially if you have a horse in the year, is shine on social media. You really have an opportunity here to go forward and excel on that one. Well, and with your wealth, you need to stay involved in your financial management. You cannot drop the ball here. You need to stay with it. And dear horses, prioritize your diet. And you should address minor health concerns quickly. That has to do not just with this year, but the years to come. So for you, it's really important to listen to your body this year and the next 3 years, to be honest. So the question is, what's holding you back, dear horse? Well, there are so many things to do. Well, and you have a tendency to see everything. Oh, it's so much in such a long road. It takes so long in a long and windy road. Well, then all your stars are in vain that you have, all the good stars that you have. Because if you're not getting started, we can see a theme already here, can we? You're not getting anywhere, are you? So overcome your laziness. It's not necessarily laziness, but it's also procrastination, maybe also a little bit about the perfection thing. So, but what's really bugging you is, oh, I need motivation. How do I stay motivated? Well, there's no secret. Motivation will not magically appear and come to you. What's the antidote for that state? What are you interested in? And I know a lot of your horses will answer, I don't know. Yes, I know. But this is the only way to go forward. What are you interested in? You know, like children, kids, they can play for hours if they're interested in it, and they stay motivated, don't they? They are motivated. They're getting up in the morning and like, hey, yeah, that's what I want to do. So it's about finding the thing that is interesting you the most. This is where you will stay in the game. This is where you will have success, because you have your skin, your interest in the game. Doing interesting things. That is what it is. And really, really this year, look for the new. And don't forget everything you have achieved and acquired over the years. Don't forget that. Look back to the path that you came. Dear horse, that was a long way. But that's no reason to not step into something new. Okay? Good. The goat, well, as the other signs, ups and downs, but the goat really needs to prioritize the health, and the goat really needs to prioritize his commitments. You need to fulfill your commitments. This year is your earth element will be really in it, and stay with what it is. Wealth, you have good luck this year, but you need to stay a little bit cautious, but that's not hard for you, is it? And the question is, what's holding you back? Dear goat, what's holding you back? Do you know? Well, are you maybe always a bit stressed and a little bit overwhelmed? Goats tend to do that. So too many things to do, and you need to manage this. You know, it's really about management, prioritizing, change, structure. What you need is really structure. When you have a structure, there is no overwhelm, because you know what's coming and you know what needs to be done. So really that lack of structure is the only thing that keeps you from getting started, from doing something, and that keeps you in that state of overwhelm. You need to know what's coming and what to do. Change is scary. Yes, it can be, but why not dip into it carefully and see how it goes? Because miracles do happen, and especially in a dragon year. The monkey, well, the monkey is a thrilling ride. Yeah, don't they always? A career hike is possible. So grab lucrative opportunities, but keep your relationships grounded. Be aware of potential betrayals, so careful. Set crystal clear boundaries. it's a topic that comes up over the last 2 months since the transition a lot with a lot of people. Boundaries. You need to stay proactive, which is not too hard for you, I know, but with a savvy planning. Dear monkey, planning. Definitely, please, please, please. Prioritize your health also. And the question is, what's holding you back? Well, dear monkey, I know you like to make up stories. I know you like to make up stories. And you imagine a lot about other people because you're just so creative and you're just so out there with your stories. But when you're making up too many stories, you make up too much stuff, you're creating too many excuses. And what happens out there is misunderstandings. So please be careful to not create too many misunderstandings, to not make up too many stories and get really caught up in that web that you are having. So don't exhaust yourself on the road to success, but enjoy the ride. So the rooster has a mix of influences. It will be a year of impactful decisions and of positive outcomes. The question is, what is holding you back? Seriously, most roosters like to talk a lot. And that's okay. And in a normal year, whatever a normal year is, you are the one talking and people are listening. And I think we had that last year already in a few months where people kind of were not that open to listening to your stories. This is what will happen this year. So you have to work on your communication, how to articulate something. It's really similar to the monkey. Misunderstandings can happen, but it's not like with the monkey that stories are made up. It's with you. It is because your communication is not that clear. Please, 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 dear rooster, work on your communication this year. Sometimes you don't say what you mean and you don't mean what you say. And this can cause a lot of friction. So we don't want you to get frustrated and keep that inside so that you can't express. This is what might happen when this happens too often, that the miscommunication. So learn how to articulate your feelings in an understandable way. Maybe you need help. Maybe you just need awareness. Maybe you're already on that path. Maybe you have someone who can help you with that. That would be amazing, because this year, seriously, dear rooster, believe in yourself and you will be successful. Communicate clearly and it will come to you. Okay. The dog has also a blend of influences and a hint of potential career growth, possibly change. Be prepared for unexpected shifts this year because of your constellation to the Grand Duke. If you persist through the challenges and approach the conflicts with tact, this is what can make you grow this year. What's holding you back this year? It could be, because you've got the great consumer star, that you're doing what everybody's doing and you don't research properly, so you lose money. You're spending too much money on what everybody does, that and so on. You're flying high, but you haven't done your research. You're just following a trend, somebody else's and not your own. So all the money that you spend might not be fulfilling your needs and your wishes or your loved ones' needs and wishes. So seriously, look at your spending and look at whether that is really necessary or whether it's just another piece standing somewhere filling space that you might need for something else. Okay. Generally speaking, dear dog, being careful is good. Playing small is not necessarily, though. You are what you are, and that is enough. Okay? Good. The pig this year, wow. So the pig this year is called for leadership. Well, and you have big support for your endeavors and fulfillment and success and harmony, but only through leadership. If you're just following, you might not be that successful. This year, it's about cultivation, your leadership and your relationships. How about that? How does it feel to you to take that over? Have you been waiting for that maybe? Or is it like, out of my comfort zone? That's where growth happens. So, and in terms of wealth, embrace the occasional financial dip as a stepping stone. The end result will favor your finances. So you will be lucky this year, dear pig. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and make your health your priority, like some other animals as well. Really make your health a priority. The question is, what is holding you back? What is holding you back probably is that this leadership thing. You're a bit scared of it. Yeah, that's okay. That makes you cautious, and that's fine. The problem is soaring high and leadership has, of course, the danger of defeat. So we're a bit cautious of that and don't want to fly too high, but that's fine. What I don't want you to do is no. Stay in the game. And leadership sometimes also happens in the lower realms. You don't need to go sky high instantly. No. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. Don't jump. Slow and steady will bring you to your success and to the end. Only if you stay in the game, you will be able to harvest. If you give up too early, you will not benefit from everything that you've done so far. You've worked hard and sometimes you were lucky or feel you were lucky, but you were working hard. So stay in the game. If it works, if it doesn't, try something different. But if it works, stay in the game and the success will come. Okay, wonderful. The rat, well, the rat has an epic journey in front of it, but good vibes, and really embrace the opportunities this year. Don't be too scared, embrace the opportunities. What's holding you back might be that you don't know yet what to do. You again, like some other animal signs, you want to stay in your comfort zone. You don't know yet what to do. Nobody told me what to do. Nobody taught me. Well, find out. There's this huge thing called the internet. Woohoo! And you can find out. Do that. Your job this year is to find out what works. So maybe it's the reason for no fortune. Look what's ahead of you and grab it with both hands. This is the year. This is the year for you. Do it. Do it. Well, the ox has a dynamic year in front of them, mix of opportunities like the others and challenges. Embrace the support of friends and family, your earth sign. Really, really find joy and professional progress in your meaningful experiences. Avoid overspending, please, like some other animals as well this year. Financials this year, stay liquid as good as you can. And what's holding you back? Well, do you find yourself sometimes having this mantra of, oh, I'm confused. Well, stop saying that. Stop saying that. It's not that confusing. When you are acting as an, oh, I'm confused, you're just saying, don't bother me with that. You don't let it in. Listen to it. Listen more carefully and just feel into it. What does it feel like? Does it really confuse you, or is it just different or new? What's happening there right now? Well, when you find yourself saying, oh, I'm confused, it's just like the goat with I'm overwhelmed. Listen to what it really is. It is a rejection. It's a form of rejection. So really go into that and just don't distract yourself from the path to success. That's what it really is. When you're saying, oh, I'm confused. Just like the goat, I'm overwhelmed. If you're distracting yourself from the path of success, you're not listening to what's actually happening, because you are on the path. That's why stuff's happening that might confuse you or overwhelm you. So you are on the path. You are on the path out of your comfort zone. And that's what's happening out of the comfort zone. Sometimes confusion, sometimes overwhelm, but then success. So embrace that. So some of those crazy thoughts actually bear a lot of potential. So the question is, dear ox, would you like to consider that? The tiger has a dynamic year, opportunities everywhere. Again, for the tiger as well, don't let your spending surpass your earnings. That's really a theme this year, and it's not just because of the overall economic situation, it's really because of what's ahead of us the next years. What's holding you back? Well, you like your mind games, don't you? Like, what if this happened? What if this is happening? What if? Yeah, but you know, I don't know, was it Mark Twain who said, or someone else, 80% of our thoughts will never happen, or our fears will never happen. So what if that what might be happening is not fearful, it's not bad, it's not, oh my God, the heaven is coming down. What if something magical is going to happen? So, dear tiger, if you want to play those mind games, play them in a positive way. Let's path the way of the positive motorway in our brains. What if this is magical? What if this is actually working? What if this is easy? Instead of paving the path and the motorway to negativity, what if? No. What if this is magical? What if this works? What if this is easy? Because your imagination is both your enemy and your biggest friend. So use your imagination, use your courage to actually manifest that by paving the path, was that right? Yeah, to the positivity and to whatever you want to manifest. So the imagination is your greatest gift. It can bring you from fear to faith to wealth. Be ready to jump into the unknown. What if it is magical? The rabbit. Well, the rabbit, last but not least, promising wealth opportunities for you. Because you've prepared the path last year with your inner journey and with your research and your planning and all of these things. I hope you did that. But be cautious against scams. You like to believe that everything is true and everything's fine, everything's good. But be cautious about scams. There are mixed opportunities, but careful optimism for success. You're on the right path. For you, maybe you want to start a side hustle? Do it this year. Again, if you've prepared last year well enough, yeah, that will be fine. What's holding you back? Well, you are a comparer. You like to compare yourself with anybody out there. This one is better, this is better, oh, they do it better. Stop it. That just makes you unhappy. Don't compare yourself. If you want to compare yourself, then compare yourself with all those people. If you look out there, you see them who are not as fortunate as you are. And then you will see how good you are off. And another way to really create that positivity and create that self-esteem, lend those who are not as fortunate as you a helping hand. It's much needed. It's much needed, because then you create the gratitude and that fulfills you and that makes you rich. This is your wealth. These experiences are your wealth. So the gratitude will make you feel fortunate, and you really are. Don't go that path of negativity, and fortune favors the brave. So go for it. So what's the theme this year? Well, there were a few, weren't there? For many signs, it could go either way. Be prepared that if you're risking something, that you might lose it. So that's something really in this year what's quite obvious, and it will be an interesting journey. Prepare yourself for the ride. And of course, as always, it depends on where in your chart you have the animal. Do you have it in your 4 pillars? Do you have it in your luck cycle? Luck cycle is external effects, which means you can plan for that. If you can see something coming in, you can plan for that. For instance, if your luck cycle has an animal who is more outgoing, who is more, so maybe out there, is your chance. Maybe you need to meet more people. Maybe you should go to more meetings or anything like that. So just look into where the animal is in your chart. And coming up will be more in-depth analysis of the Chinese zodiac signs here on my channel. Yes, I'm going to start again. So I will be here. You will find me here now. And don't miss all the in-depth videos for the Chinese astrology. To know what's coming in 2024, we want to know if we are prepared to what's coming. We can handle it. We can handle it. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the miracles. Have fun. I'm Sandra. Enjoy this year. Bye for now.